Hi there, my name is Ryan, and I am an undergraduate engineering student at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. The goal of this video is to show you how to create a Google tour and how to use it in or out of your classroom for STEM education. A Google tour is a useful tool that allows you to create immersive scenes while also creating an augmented reality for your students. As you can see, when viewing a Google tour, you are able to drag the screen around and look at different scenes and points of interest, which I will teach more about later. Google tours can be viewed on both computers and mobile devices but can only be edited from a computer. Now, to begin. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you have a Google account. If you do have one, you are going to Google search Google Tour VR and click on the very first link. This should take you to a page that looks like this. Click the Get Started button to begin. Next, you are going to click Templates and find the tour or subject that you would like to create a tour for. Let's do one on electronic circuits. The first thing I would like to note about these templates is that they sometimes may have incorrect information in the template text. So make sure you read through it all before sharing. Now the first thing I will teach you about is something called scenes. In this Google tour, we have 6 scenes. Each scene is a 360-degree photo that is either taken with a 360-degree phone or camera, or it is one that's artificially created, like these. If you wish to add your own scene, you click Add Scene, and you are given 2 options to make a new scene. The first way is to use Google Maps and find a place that may be relevant to what you wish to teach. For example, let's say we wanted to take a scene from Science World in Vancouver, BC, and create a scene with it. We would search up Science World Vancouver and then click Add a Scene. This will add the scene to your Google tour as so. To delete the scene, you simply click the garbage can delete scene button. The other option for creating a new scene is to add your own 360-degree photo that you have taken yourself with either some app on your phone or with a 360-degree camera. This is just a picture from inside my home to demonstrate the possibilities. You can then add a title to your scene, a location, and description. And once again, I can delete it. Now, the next thing I will teach you about is something called a point of interest. Points of interest are little markers that you can move and place on points that are important to your scene. The way to add them is to click Add Point of Interest right at the bottom right on the right side. Again, just drag it, place it on what you wish to point out. Then you can add a title and a description for what it is you are pointing out. People can then read about what these points of interest are when viewing your Google tour. To delete a point of interest, you simply click the 3 dots beside the title and click Delete Point of Interest. Furthermore, if you add a point of interest, you can add an image overlay over them. What this does is it adds an image when the point of interest is pressed or clicked on, but when it is not the main focus, it disappears and people can still see your full scene without the annoying image blocking. Lastly, you can add audio to your point of interest if you have something important that you wish to say that cannot be written out. As a teacher, You could also add useful links to pages students could look at or to YouTube videos that would allow students to see the point of interest in action. For example, the sample tour that I have created incorporates many functions that you might find especially useful for your teaching. Here is an image overlay as well as a link to Sir William Herschel. Next is an example of a YouTube link in my description on police radar guns for students to look at. I simply copy and pasted the YouTube link, which they can then copy and paste into their own URL bar to view the video. Another thing you can do is embed links to PhET computer simulations, which are useful tools for students to experience what they are learning. Again, you just simply copy and paste the link for students to paste into their own URL bar. Now that you've created your own Google tour, you are ready to publish it for other people to see. You first want to make sure that all the information is correct, and then you want to make sure that all the scenes have the correct starting point. To do that, you click Set Starting View, drag it to what you want people to see upon the opening of the scene, and then click Save. Now when people open this scene, it will open up to how I set it as the starting view. Now that I'm done, I click Publish. Then you can set it to either public or unlisted, depending on who you want to see your Google tour. Then press Publish. The given link can be given to anyone for them to see your tour. Click View Tour so you can see what it looks like. Now that it is published, anyone who visits this link can view the Google tour, and they can drag and move around just as I was able to when I was editing. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and you will use it in your teaching.